thank you so much for meeting me today. My name is Ashley, so nice to meet you. Your name was?
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Eric Romero.
Well, thank you so much for coming, Eric. I know that you came for career counseling, is that correct?
That's correct.
Before we get started, I just want to let you know that whatever is said in here stays in here. So anything I am bound from the guidelines of confidentiality. So anything that's stated, you said, I won't go out and tell anyone else. So everything will just stay in here. However, there are some guidelines where confidentiality must be broken. So that's only if you state that you are hurting yourself, you want to hurt someone else, or someone's trying to hurt you. That's when I do have to break the guidelines of confidentiality. How does that sound for you?
It sounds good.
Okay. And is it okay if I take some notes while like I ask you questions and like just write down some things that you were responding?
That's okay.
Yeah? Okay. Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming in with me today. Can you tell me just a little bit about yourself and what led you to come in and see me today?
Um, I work for I'm in a I work for UPS, and lately, well, I wanted to reach out to you because lately I've been, I would say, mentally confused in what I want to do in regards to careers because, well, my plan was, well, my plan is to be working there and hopefully receive an opportunity to be a feeder driver, which is a truck driver,
Mm-hmm.
because they offer the school and it's very good paying, the benefits. But lately with the CEO, it's been very hard and very confusing because we don't know when that opportunity will come about because at the end of the day it's all based off seniority over there.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as seniority, well, I'm very low on the list, and with everybody, well, with the CEO's plans, that the plan she has in mind is kind of just pushing everything back, which I won't really know when I will be able to receive that opportunity from the company to be able to drive.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is right now you're currently at UPS, the warehouse, I believe. Yeah,
Correct.
right. And it's been just a bit confusing because there's been a lot of changes because of the CEO. She's been pushing everything back, and everything at UPS is based off seniority. So the longer you've been there, the more opportunities you get that from just the time being there. But at the moment you're mentally confused. Can I ask like what has been like mentally confusing for you, like about that part?
Well, because I don't, the opportunity will come at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just don't know when that will be. I also don't want to be waiting there years just to receive a very good job
Yeah.
where I feel like I could just go somewhere else and maybe pursue that career.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't want to be waiting there several years and like maybe it'll take 3, maybe it'll take 7. I just don't know, and I'm just kind of struggling as in should I wait? Should I work here? Or am I wasting my time there?
Mm-hmm. So right now you're just in the place of like uncertainty, not knowing
Uncertainty, yes.
where it might go. Because how long have you been at UPS, may I ask?
I barely hit 4 years there.
4 years, okay. And since then, have you like slowly moved up in where you are? Like, what are you right now?
Well, as a
Currently?
foreign seniority, I have moved up, and well, the way it also goes there, it's kind of really based on a lot of like politics, where it's the union versus management.
Mm-hmm.
The like, yes, union is great and all, but I feel like that's when a lot of people take advantage of their seniority and just start slacking.
Mm.
And I feel like I'm always trying to present myself as like a good worker and trying to stand out there to catch a manager or supervisor's eye.
Yeah.
And because of that, I've been able to actually. I have a pretty easy job where I'm just driving the forklift all day.
Mm-hmm. So you're a forklift driver at UPS?
Yes, I'm forklift certified, and it's been easy, but at the same time, even then, it's hard because I kind of have to be quiet about my position and stuff like that because there's some people that go and like for example, a person that's been there for 10 years or 7 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they see me working, and it's like, wait, why is he
Mm.
working? Why does he have that job position where I've been here longer than him? So it's kind of like sometimes I don't want to say lie, but I just stay quiet about it. As far as hours too, sometimes I shouldn't be the hours I get aren't even allowed. So I have to also be quiet because let's say if someone does find out that's been there for longer, then my manager or my supervisor can get in trouble,
Mm.
and then they would have to get remove me and let that person.
Mm. So what I'm hearing is like there's just a lot of politics involved.
Definitely.
So no matter they get the ones that have been there the most more years get that seniority, but you haven't been as much as the people that have been longer, but are a harder worker. So that's why you've been getting these opportunities. But there has been some like backlash from the ones who are been there for many years, and that's been like kind of like in a way.
It's very stressful just because it's like, or like the next day, like someone ends up um, reporting it and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
where it will go bad. Like it would just be bad for my part. So it's just kind of always like stressful. It's like oh, like hope like I just don't know when that day is gonna come.
Yeah.
And aside from that, like yes, my job's pretty good right now, but at the end of the day, it's not my goal. I want something more
Oh, okay.
for my future.
Okay. So you're not thinking of staying at UPS for like.
Or if I'm able to drive, then yes, I'm thinking of staying in UPS. If they let me drive in like the next year or so, or two, then yes. But if not, then I don't see myself staying there forever if I'm not getting that opportunity.
Yeah. So coming a big reason for you to come to me is just to see like what other opportunities there might be out there because you don't know whether or not staying will even get you to being a driver is what I'm hearing.
Exactly. Yes. I just need someone to hear me out and maybe get help me see these other opportunities I could possibly go for.
Yeah, sounds great. And that's what, I'm here for you and here to hear you out and anything that you need. And thank you so much for coming with me. That says that's a huge step that a lot of people don't take. And I can tell that you're ready to pursue, much more and much greater things than what you're currently doing.
Thank you so much for hearing me out.
So, can you start off by just telling me on like how did you get to where you are today? Like, how did you even find out about UPS and things like that? Like, how as when I'm asking like how have you gotten to where you are? That counts as like education or even like other jobs that you've had previously. Like, how did you get from to where you are now? If that makes sense.
So, well, I graduated in 2020, so that was a year when the whole COVID thing happened. I graduated from high school, and I used to work during high school. I was working at a car wash.
Mm-hmm.
So after that whole COVID scandal happened and everything, I was just focusing on online. I went to MVC. I was going to MVC, and I was just focusing in school since I was actually getting paid unemployment, not having to work.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. I was focusing in school. And my first year there went pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going for, well, at the time I was trying to go for a major in fine arts just because I'm really into arts, drawing, painting. And then once there came a time when I stopped receiving that unemployment, but then I also just didn't get called back to work at the car wash. So I had to I was looking for a job so I could get some type of income while I was doing school too because I didn't receive no help from FAFSA.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get everything I had to pay for school had to come out of my own money. So I had to find a job quick, and I found UPS because they were paying good, pretty decent, and the hours at the time were fair with my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. I found it. I started working there, and then it wasn't as easy as I thought to be honest, like trying to work and school and then like going out with friends and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I do like hanging out with my friends.
Like having a social
going
life.
out. Yeah, exactly. Like
Mhm.
having a social life. So I was struggling, and at the same time, I think like it's always like I always have my dad's voice in my ears. I like, why don't you like he prefers me working like like how come you don't try to get more hours and stuff like that? Why don't we, work more and stuff? So I was kind of like, you know what? Maybe I should like try to like find more. I was find other ways to get more hours or
Mhm.
find somewhere I could work
Yeah.
for longer and stuff like that because, well, I didn't even include this part, but once I started working and doing school, I kind of wasn't really even focusing in school no more, and like I just didn't know if that's what I wanted to do.
So you were just like getting by just to get by because you're already enrolled.
Just to get by. Like at first I was like, yeah, I do want to be an art. I wanted to be an art teacher,
Mm-hmm.
but then afterwards it was just kind of like I don't even know if I really want to do this and stuff.
Is that how you're still feeling today?
Yeah, I think it's yeah. I think I kind of just like didn't. I just didn't. There came a point where I just didn't see myself as a teacher or like having anything to do with art.
What led you to get to that thought? Like to the point of, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore.
Maybe it's because I think it's because of the that first year of me not attending school, didn't even like actually physically in school. Everything was online.
Mm.
So I don't know if that was one thing that kind of like just ruined the experience for me. Like my first year in college wasn't on campus. It was in my room on a computer and stuff. Yeah. And I just kind of like lost motivation. And I was like, you know what? That's not, I don't think I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also during work, actually, I met this one guy that was an x-ray technician. Okay. And the way he told me about how, the way the benefits the company gives you, the pay rate they get, and I just kind of started looking at that, and I was like, wait a minute, like they're getting paid way more than what I would be getting paid if I actually pursued that teaching career. Mm-hmm. So I was like, maybe I don't want to do college no more.
So you were hearing like from outside friends and people that you know about other opportunities that don't have to do with college that got you like the same amount or even more amount of money than actually attending college.
To what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Comparing it to the art that you did want to do. Yes. Okay. And then so pretty much what like I heard there, it's like you graduated in 2020. That was around COVID era, where you didn't even get to finish. Correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't even get to finish like high school fully yourself. So then a transition to that being you're having to go to college online. And at that time, you did want to be an art major, and that's what you were going for. But because of the situation of not going to in-person classes, that kind of ruined your experience, and not really getting that true college experience, and also having the people around you. You said like friends, giving you like options of other opportunities that might be out there.
Correct. Okay. And also like just honestly, just having to pay out of my pocket too is just very frustrating for me too. It's like, yes, I'm working, I'm getting like whatever money I'm getting, but I also like I have to like pay off all these books, semesters and stuff. So it was very mentally challenging for me. Yeah. Very mentally stressful. It was very stressful.
Very overwhelming.
Overwhelming, yes.
Because you having to go to school and then having to pay off, and at that moment you were thinking, oh, I don't even know if I want to do this. So having to work and also having to pay off the large amount of money that, college does give. And I heard you say, I would like to circle back if that's okay with you. I heard you say that your dad was in your ear wanting you to get more hours. Is that like a big influence in your life, your dad, when it comes to like you're pursuing anything like work or school?
Definitely, because to me, maybe my dad was never that type of dad that like was there for us and stuff.
Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean wasn't there?
Like as us growing up, he was never really there. It was always like mostly my mom trying to take us out with whether it was with her mom, her own friends
Mm-hmm.
or cousins. But my dad was never really there since he was always working. And then once he would get home, well, obviously he'd be tired to do anything. So like even when it came to like me and my siblings were very into sports and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So when us growing up, we were always involved in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So like even then, my dad wouldn't really take his time with like taking us to our games or taking us to practice or even like taking us out anywhere to the park or on a walk or
Mm-hmm.
to go eat at a restaurant. He just I don't blame him because I mean in the working field he's in coming he's a he works with concrete and cement, so they get very long shit hours. Sometimes you don't even. Sometimes he doesn't even take a lunch, and him coming back from home, well, it's very tiring outside in the sun all the day. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him for not being there. How would I explain it? Well, being there for us to have a dad to like take us out.
Yeah, because he was always busy, and you understood that he wasn't always around, but because of like the work, but it like played a big impact in your life.
Yes. So as I got older, I was just like, yes, maybe my dad wasn't really never. He never did the fun part of what a dad does, right? But I've always had respect in the sense of his work ethic. Like I've never seen someone that loves to work as much as he does. So that's something that like I really like about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he always has to find a way to get as much money possible to feed us
Mm-hmm.
and to have a roof over our heads.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've gotten those values and work qualities from your dad?
I believe so. I do because I try not to slack even at work. I'm not that type of person to like if it's a slow day me just sitting there. Like I have to find some way to like I have to try to find something to do
Mm-hmm.
so I could keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Even if there isn't much to do, or it's like I could just be laying back.
You always want to be like productive at
I want
work,
to be active,
even
yes.
if like there's
Productive,
nothing
exactly.
nothing to do. Do you think that also plays a part in what you were stating in the beginning of like you wanting to work your way up, or how does that play into it?
Yes, because well, me wanting to work my way up is because I want to be getting paid more.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I shouldn't be settling for less or like even average. I think I just want like if there's a possibility for me to earn more, then I want to do whatever it takes to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the thing that's blocking that is the union rules,
Mm-hmm.
and specifically seniority.
Mm. Because you don't have that seniority
I don't.
right now.
As like I have more than others, but there's many more in front of me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that sounds like you're really putting yourself out there and you're really working hard, but there's just a lot of blockage in the way that doesn't let you from keeping on going and getting higher
Correct.
in the ladder. Okay. Okay. So when you do think about like your future career and like your future, what are some things that do excite you, or some things that do interest you?
As far as what I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
I would say uh, I think a big one would be like being able to go to new states that I've never been to, driving by, being on the road, seeing new things, you know,
So going to new places that you've never experienced before.
Exactly.
That's like something that really like captures your
It
mind.
would. And then obviously like the number one, like oh, as far as the pays, like I would really be able to. This is the honestly the thing that excites me the most. You know, the pay. I know I'd be able to have a family
Is that something
and
that you
kids
want to go?
and be able to support them without any stress.
Is that one of like your main goals, being financially stable, and then one day being able to have like your family and your kids, how you were saying?
That's definitely my goal.
What interests you about going to? I heard you saying like being able to go to new places, and that's the thing that excites you the most. What about that excites you?
Well, because I feel like, especially in my family, other than Mexico, we've never really gone out and about to different places to, experience new things, new states, new cities. We've never really done that. So if I could be able to experience it, if it have to be through work, then I would enjoy it too.
Yeah. So as a kid, you never were able to experience new things and new places. But now that you're older, you're wanting to go out in the world and actually experience these new things, and it would be especially beneficial if that can apply to you, like your work setting.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. That sounds really amazing. Yeah. And when I'm hearing about your family, you said that you're from Mexico. Are you like first gen? Does that play a huge role in your life?
Well, my parents are from Mexico. I'm a first generation. Yes, I was born here in Riverside.
And how has that played like a big part in where you are now?
I think I always carry my roots and my background from like where I come from, like knowing we're like minorities. So it's just kind of like always a it's a little more it's more motivating knowing where we come from and stuff like that, because people don't really expect us to have really good careers.
Has that ever been stated to you? Like people not expecting you to have like an amazing career?
Not specifically to me, but I see the way our race is treated.
And how is that? Like, how have you seen?
Well, especially right now with everything's going on. Luckily, I'm very fortunate that my parents are both actually citizens now. But just seeing the way everything that's happening right now in the world and in the U.S., the whole politics and stuff like that, I think is where like I see how like we're not really wanted from these other groups.
Yeah. So it's where you're coming from, your roots, and even like your own family. That's a big motivational factor for you. Like you wanna do better, and actually like that big motivation is because of your family and because of where you come from and where your family comes from. Because of the political climate right now, you're being seen as, oh, people are already expecting bad, but you want to like prove them wrong.
Yes, and I would say like where we come from, it's always been, we want to get that money, we have to go work for it. Like we have to work. We have to work extra hard than the person next to us that has that privilege, that that was raised or born, that was raised by a family that was already here.
Yeah, having to work double than those that act, because it wasn't like fed to you. You had to work out to get it. Okay, and I'm hearing that theme of working extra hard, because do you feel like that's what you're doing now, being UPS, like going that extra mile and working extra harder than others, that even though the seniority does play a big aspect, like you working hard even though you don't have that seniority?
Yeah.
What are some things where you feel like you're naturally good at and you feel like, or you just enjoy doing?
in my personal life. you would
Personal
say?
work.
Well, at work, I really do enjoy driving. I think I have the confidence to be driving whatever machinery they tell me to move or whatever needs to be, you know, conducted. I feel like I have the confidence to do it. That's as far as work and in personal. I think I'm pretty good at sports,
Sports.
and then I also enjoy. Um, I consider myself a decent artist.
Okay. And that's what you were originally going for, right?
Exactly.
Being an artist.
With the whole I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty creative as far as like art and like even fashion.
Oh, fashion. That's really cool. Have you like styled anything recently or
Never.
even just like art?
No, never. I think I enjoy just finding different types of clothing and putting it on.
Like just styling yourself and
Yeah.
finding that outlet of
Yes.
you getting new clothes and seeing how it looks on you. Okay, that's really cool. So what I heard is like during work, driving machinery is like a really big one that you have, especially right now in your current job. Sports in your outside life, and also like being creative and just overall, you said fashion is like a big one. Have you like stepped into that world yet, like fashion and that creative aspect, other than yourself?
Um, Not really. I would just say recently it's not even something big, but recently I do have a friend that decided to start his own hat company, and he asked me if I could help him out with putting on of outfit for the hat to promote it and do a little photo shoot. But that's about it.
How was that like? How was that experience for you?
It was very fun.
Yeah.
It was very fun. I enjoyed it, but at the end of the day, I do it for my friends.
And what do you think it says about you that you're able to like help your friend out and going through that process of actually helping them out with the fashion aspect
Well,
of it?
if I know if there's some way I know I could help a friend out, like that just makes me happy. Like if I'm able to do whatever they want me to do, if I could put a smile on their face, and it makes me happy.
Yeah. And at that moment, that made you happy helping out a friend, but also doing something you love.
Exactly. Yes, I would say.
And do you think that you would be wanting to like experience that again, helping others even outside of your friend circle when it comes to that fashion aspect?
Oh yeah, if they reach out, yes, but I don't think I'd really like be the one trying to chase it. If that makes sense.
Can I ask why?
Just because I don't really like like I said, I enjoy it, but I don't think I would want to do, or I just don't know how I'd be able to find a way to get into that field.
If you were to know a way, is that something that you would be open to?
Definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know. Is there other, I know you also said other than like fashion and being that creative aspect, driving machinery, is that something also like you're wanting to do or being open to? Driving
Definitely.
other things?
Yes, definitely. Like I said, I think that's the most realistic one because driving a truck, I've never driven a truck before, but it's something very, I know it's challenging, but it's something that I would really want to learn how to do.
And I heard you say realistic. What do you mean by realistic?
I believe it's more easier to go towards that career path than to go to the other one.
Has anyone told you that before, or is that just something that you feel like that's just easier way?
I just think it's easier to go out and about and get your CDL license than to actually get paid somewhat decent in the like clothing industry.
Oh, because your end goal was to be financially
At the end of the day,
stable.
yes. At the end of the day, I want whatever helps me be more financially stable because I want a family and I want kids,
Hmm.
and I don't want to ever have to like struggle to give them food, to pay the bills, to keep everybody well secure. Well, would secure be
Like
the
financially secure.
yes,
Okay. So what I'm hearing is like stability is what matters most for you when looking into a career.
yes, definitely.
Is there anything else that you feel like is important when deciding that's what you want in a career?
I think you have to like it at least somewhat, and
Right.
maybe not have maybe not be passionate for it, but you do have to like it a little bit because I mean you don't want to be going to a job where you hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty much stability and actually liking to go to work every single day
Yes.
is like their main two things that you would want into a career.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. What if you can change one thing about your current situation right now? So being at where you're at right now, what do you think that would be?
If I could change, could you repeat that question?
Yeah. If you can change one thing about your current situation, as in like where you at in your job life, what do you think it would be? Whether it be yourself personally.
I think maybe not remove that seniority rule, but maybe find some way to keep those people accountable, but also maybe give if they see someone that really is helping out the company, someone that has good work ethic, but they haven't been there for many years. I think they should find a way to give those people opportunities as well.
Mm-hmm. Because it sounds like a lot of the hardworking ones are being just overlooked because of the seniority that's in place.
Yeah, yes, definitely.
And would you say like you would be one of those people that's being overlooked?
I would say I'm definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like it all is really discouraging, if that sounds correct. What helps you stay motivated and helps you stay hopeful?
I would say what helps me stay motivated would definitely be just thinking about like me personally. I just like think about the future and like um knowing like my opportunity might come then, and then once that happens, I know I'll be able to do what I want to do with my current relationship and the plans I have in mind with that person.
Yeah, so having sounds like you're in a relationship and growing together with your partner, and also, like you said, hopefully that hopefulness of being financially stable and going into your goals of having a family and growing together in that aspect.
Yes.
Okay, that sounds amazing. And I know that me and you are gonna see each other for a few sessions. By the end of our time working together, what what do you what do you want to see from our sessions together?
I think you just hearing me out is literally more than enough help.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that you want to achieve by the end of the time that we see each other?
Knowing, yes, I would say knowing my next step and have that determination of taking that next step.
Mm-hmm. So just having your next steps be more clear.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And hopefully we can work together and help get that more clear for you. So I know for our next time that we meet, we're gonna just go more in depth in what we talked about today. So I want to thank you for sharing everything that you shared with me today. Is it okay if I give you just a little bit of homework for next time that we meet when we meet next time? I know that from what I gathered from this session, there's like a lot of career like goals that you're open to, and you're at the moment open to many different things because of where you're at currently. Like at UPS, you're just not knowing where to go in life, so you're open to many different things, and I think that's amazing. So I'm gonna send you an assessment. It's called the ONET Interest Profiler. So I don't know whether we'll talk about it after, whether you want me to email it to you or even text it to you. But I would like for you to take this assessment. It's really quick. It's not that long. It's pretty much a quick assessment, and it helps identify what types of like work aligns with your interest and personality, and it tells you everything that you would like different. It's questions based on like what you like and your personality and things like that, and it'll give you a list of options of different jobs that work well with you. So it's really quick and really interesting and really fun also. We'll review it next time, and we can see your results together. I'll help you like identify what it all means, because sometimes it could be a little bit confusing, and we can connect them to your goals. How does that sound?
Sounds very good.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else that you feel like you would like to let me know before our next session?
No, there's nothing.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming, Eric, and I hope to see you next session, and we'll go over that assessment and go more in depth and how we can help you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.